let's talk Honeywell. We brought in Andrew Barker, otherwise known as The Hat.
The Hat.
The Hat.
That's right.
And trying to get updated on what's all the newest and latest and greatest in Honeywell.
All right.
Take it away, Andrew.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. And agreed, I want to second what you said about the crowd here today. It's been really a fantastic show for us. We've been super busy at the booth. Of course, we're showing Anthem here for the first time at an AEA convention publicly. We've had it kind of in some back rooms and stuff before, but really first time for the crowd here to really be able to see and touch Anthem and to get some real live demo work with it. So that's gone really, really well, of course. Lots of fun stuff going there with Anthem. We're super excited about how that project is coming along. A couple of different RMU options that we're working on and some good OE stuff as well, both in the fixed wing and in the AAM side as well. So lots of good stuff going there. Got a couple of new things that we're working on also in the avionics side of the world with of course, our compact fly-by-wire and all the fun stuff that we're doing there. So yeah, lots of great stuff going.
Well, let's start with Anthem. What's
Sure.
the status of that project? What's the market looking like? And how are people responding?
Status of the project is it's moving forward, right? I don't like, you know me, I don't like to talk dates and timelines and stuff like that, but it's doing kind of exactly what we're expecting right now. You know, we flew our PC-12 to Oshkosh last year. That was really the first public outing of true Anthem, right? What we have here is, of course, demo hardware, but that is a plan again for this year. So we'll have PC-12 out at Oshkosh again this year, barring some unknown changes, right? But at this point in time, plan to again take that and have another great public showing of Anthem. A couple of maybe fun things up our sleeve there that we'll try to do, that we'll maybe talk about later. Get you a little more involved in the things that we're going to be doing there at Oshkosh. But no, it's moving forward. Great program. It's a huge program, right? It takes a long time, a lot longer than my mind likes to wrap around sometimes for some of these things to really get to the finish line. But making great progress. We're really happy with how it's going. We're flying it a lot.
What market segments do you think are going to be attaching themselves to that first? Where are you targeting?
That's a really good question. There's a couple of different areas where we're working today in the Part 23 fixed wing, working in some Part 25 fixed wing stuff as well. And then of course in the AAM market is kind of where Anthem really got its start. But we're really evaluating, one of the things I'm here doing today, honestly, is evaluating where that, let's say the bottom end of Anthem really is going to start.
Okay.
You know where the top end is. That's an easy one for us to do. But Anthem, because of the way it's designed with its building block approach, we can really, and through partnerships that we've got with a lot of folks that are here, we can bring that down market further than maybe what we might have originally expected it to. So there's a lot of excitement for me and for my team to really get into see what that general aviation aspect of Anthem is going to look like. So there's a lot of work going on in that domain right now.
At the same time, that segment of the industry is highly competitive.
For sure.
You're up against the Gorilla.
That's true.
And some other players who are quite brilliant but haven't got quite the acceptance they deserve.
Yep.
How do you place yourself in that, especially since you are legitimately a legacy manufacturer? I mean, you've been up there since God wore sneakers.
That's right.
But at the same time, you know, there are all these upstarts. It's the new guys, the old guys, the ones that are somewhere in the middle.
That's right.
But trying to compete in that area and stake a claim's got to be kind of difficult right now.
For sure it is. And to be very clear, I don't envision Anthem as being an end-all be-all that can encompass everything, right? There is definitely going to be a natural bottom of where that product can go.
Okay.
Right? So it's really not designed to be everything for everyone, but it's certainly designed to have that building block approach and be able to be very scalable, right? And some of the things we're doing with the connectivity side and some of the just kind of the different UI stuff that we've done that fits maybe better into general aviation than what our historical fit might have been as Honeywell, right? So obviously, you know, the Bendix King brand has lots of different stuff that we've done there historically, but we're kind of trying to renew that, maybe not renew, bring that Honeywell brand in and make sure that general aviation knows that Honeywell is here as well to do really great things in GA.
I would like to see that happen. For a while there, we were wondering, but now's the time for everybody to stake a claim because everybody's hard charging again. It's kind of nice to see.
I'm still here with the cowboy hat, so you know.
Well, there you go. Some things never change.
That's right. That's right.
You came into the Honeywell spectrum because of your work with the autopilots and the like and so forth.
That's right.
How has that line survived the transition to Honeywell?
It's actually still going very strong. In fact, I was talking with our friends at Duncan who were working on the Mooney STC with a partnership with them, and it's still going very strong. In fact, I'm quite proud personally that
watching your kids do well.
That's exactly right. My baby's all grown up and doing great things on their own now, right? So, yeah, it's been almost 5 years now since I came to Honeywell, since the acquisition of TrueTrack. I've done lots of different things over the years at Honeywell, and really enjoying getting kind of back to GA a little bit and working on that avionics side where my true passion is. I had a lot of fun in the UAM, AAM world, doing sales and stuff there, but really back into the business side, and that's really exciting for me right now.
Speaking of UAM and AAM, you guys are really trying to stake some claims in that area.
You bet.
Where do you see your best offense, for lack of a better way to put it?
There's a lot of movement there for sure, right? We look at that industry as you know, you talked about the kids growing up, right? They're still very, very young, and there is great opportunity there. And so we love this game that we call our pick the winner, and it moves a lot. It changes a lot. Who we think's the leader in the time is going to change kind of frequently in that market. You know, funding and programmatics and all of those things are very big variables. Obviously, it's no shock, and it's very public that we're working very closely with Lilium and Vertical and Supernal.
Cool machine.
There's many others out there that we are working with as well. Some unannounced that we are working contracting with, and lots of pursuits. So we're continually evaluating that market for sure. Again, because I ran the sales, I'm super closely tied into that team still. It's a really exciting market. Yeah, some of them aren't going to make it for sure.
Some of them?
Well, hopefully some of them make it. We'll put it that
way.
The
bloodbath is coming, but at the same time, the thing you get from massive tech adventures, if you want to call it like this, is what filters out afterwards to change the rest.
All of that technology is being developed.
Major toys coming our way.
The winners and the losers in this round maybe aren't so important because all the technology, and honestly for us even, the things we're doing with Anthem and laying that foundation and that groundwork with Anthem and the fly-by-wire working together to get to that next generation of simplified vehicle operations, reduced crew operations, things to ground control stations and all the fun stuff that's going to come in the next couple of decades. We're building that foundation today. So while it's important that we see some of these folks win, it's really important that we get the technology that we need to be able to do those things going forward.
Well, nothing like a little adventure here and there,
That's right. Good fun. Good fun.
How is your acceptance right now within the business aviation community? Is that stabled out a bit?
That's going really well. Obviously Epic is still going very strong. Our Apex system and Epic, right, going very strong there. But the plan is to start getting Anthem worked in there. So we are obviously interfacing with all of those existing customers and new customers in the business aviation market. Anthem is going to be a great product there. The size, weight, and power savings and cost savings are really going to be fantastic for the market just as a whole. Plus, of course, adding more technologies and capabilities and just all the great stuff that we're doing with Anthem. I think it's really going to be a great fit there too.
What messages are you getting from the customer base right now? What are they expecting of Honeywell?
The message I'm getting is go faster, we want Anthem sooner.
Yeah, well, that's
right.
aviation.
It's a good problem to have.
Better, faster.
That's right. It's a good problem to have. No, but honestly, the feedback we're getting is very, very positive on all the things we're doing with Anthem, and it's very important. As the product does continue to mature, it lets us work those things in along the way. So because of those relationships we formed there on both the AAM and then the business aviation side, the product just continues getting better and better as we go. So we take that feedback very seriously. It's very important to us.
Well, you came out of being an avionics entrepreneur into one of the guerrilla companies of aviation history. What has this process taught you?
It's been, honestly, I look back and I think of all the things I didn't know a few years ago, and the opportunities that Honeywell has given me to learn and grow has actually been really, really wonderful. And because of the way that we do some things within the company, I still have the opportunity to do those entrepreneurial things, and I get to be a mentor in some of the upstart programs and things that we have within the company. So I still get to scratch that itch, and so that's a really great thing. But I'm certainly a lot better at business than I was 5 years ago. I felt like I was pretty good for a small company, but now, having run our avionics business here in the last year or so, there's a lot more that I know now. And so now I think, all right, well, what's the next 5 years going to look like? How much am I going to know then, and how much more fun are we going to have along the way?
It was kind of funny when you went over, there's a kind of a running joke that the next time you see Andrew, he's going to have a crew cut and a three-piece suit and this, that, and the other. And I'm going, have you met him? Have you talked to him for more than 5 minutes?
Yeah, the long hair and the hat are just kind of part of the brand. They just got to stay. It's all I am. It's all I got.
Yeah, well, no, I'm glad that part of it hasn't changed, but it's that spirit, though, who you are and so forth, that builds this industry. Every entrepreneur here, I mean, I've got a list of people here who just do really incredible stuff.
Yep.
And we're about to talk to the TriStar Technology people who have gear that nobody will ever talk about because it's just the stuff in the background. But when you look at what they do, you're just kind of going, whoa. Or Ashford and his Guardian operation.
Yep, exactly.
He's showing me stuff the other day where he's taking my pulse ox and everything else and heart rate and putting it up on the Garmin, and I'm sitting there going, oh man, I'm in trouble. But
I love it.
It's
love this stuff. Ash is a great longtime friend. He and I are always sitting down and talk. Well, characters hang with characters. That's what we do, right? So no, I love that technology side of what we do, and this is a great show, honestly, for me to reconnect with my friends and sit down and talk about all the cool stuff that we're working on, and to find those opportunities to work together. We've got countless partners in this room that without the relationships that we've built over the last couple of decades, we wouldn't be able to bring the technologies to market that we are today without those relationships. So those are super important to me, and of course anyone that knows me knows that.
Cool. Final question.
Yeah.
What's the future look like for you guys?
Ooh, it's exciting. It's exciting. I said I'm kind of getting back to the GA side of the world a little bit here, doing some investigating to find out where that line is for Anthem. Because of the work that I've done in our UAM, AAM business, I'm really excited about pulling a lot of those technologies together and seeing what general aviation and business aviation can really do when we bring a lot of these new core technologies together. So there's a lot of excitement for me in that domain. I kind of talked about SVO and RCO and things like that. I'm still an autopilot guy at heart, so I'm always interested in what we can do to make aircraft safer and more fun to fly at the same time. So I expect you'll see some fun stuff from us there for sure.
I look forward to it. Andrew Barker of Honeywell.
Aero-News Network's coverage of the 67th Annual AEA International Convention and Trade Show, live from Grapevine, Texas, is brought to you in part by the following sponsors: